And now, here's the breakdown with Justin Hunte.
Justin Hunte, what up, though?
What's up, brother? Welcome back, man.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time we did it was like I was on my mom's couch.
Right. And then we did one when you were in New York, too.
Damn, yeah, we sure the fuck did.
It's been a couple of weeks, man.
It has been a couple of weeks. Good to be back in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it sounded like you had a crusty flight back.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I hate people, bro. I try to understand, but like, man, yeah, fuck. Don't even get me started again, bro.
I'm with you, man. There's nothing worse than being on the flight with dog. Like if I was in the middle seat and someone had a dog and the other person had their toes all over the place.
Bro.
Problem.
And she thought just because, like, she painted her toenails, it was good. Like, bitch, your fucking feet still look like a cerebral palsy knuckle. Like, take that shit the fuck down. Quit rubbing it on the stranger in front of you. And then she would have the nerve to get mad if someone bumped her fucking foot dangling off.
Oh, gosh. Cerebral palsy knuckle.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And fuck that bitch that took up she took up, this one broad took up the whole fucking overhead.
Yeah. That's terrible, man.
That's for 3 people, not one.
Those
you
are real
selfish fucking cunt. Die slow.
Real Americans. Real Americans.
I just think it's people, man. Like, people are selfish assholes.
Yeah.
I have no faith in people.
And like when you're on a flights aren't comfortable anymore. Like I feel like the seat only reclines like 4 inches. Like you have to be nicer to people in that situation. You have to be more concerned about the people around you because you're already uncomfortable.
Yo, as we lose things, as we what's that shit where the stuff? God, I'm fucking dumb today. Oh, I'm never gonna remember that word. Like, what a fucking dumbass. I'm not even on drugs.
That's how much that cerebral palsy knuckle.
Yeah, no, but like when as shit gets smaller, as you know, space and all that, we become more aggressive. Right. We don't become more understanding. We fight for it even more.
You see that in a lot of other countries too, like with super high populations, Tokyo, like people just. Well, India's like that.
India don't give a fuck. You ever see them on the train? Them motherfuckers dangling off. They're 2,000 deep on one car, and then like they'll shit in the street because fuck it.
Man, I was on a flight with an Indian family, and I was kind of there was an Indian kid in the middle seat, and he kept trying to just climb over me. Instead of just saying, hey, man, can you get up so I can go to the bathroom? Like, he's just climbing over. And we're all awake. Like, I'm not sleeping.
Yeah.
Cultural differences.
Yeah, cultural differences. I remember going Father's Day. My sister, or not Easter, my sister wants to go to the beach. I'm like, that's the last place I want to be. It was at the fucking beach in Malibu. And it's like, it was crazy to see all the different cultural differences. You had, like, the white family that, you know, they got there extra early. Like, hey, crack of dawn, let's get there. They had all their shit laid out all nice, and then the Mexican family was walking across their blanket like, fuck your shit. And like they're like, dude, just fucking walk around it. I'm like, bro, you're trying to reason with somebody that's living 8 deep in a 1-bedroom apartment. Their idea of space is totally different than yours. Then the Armenians showed up, and that's when I left. I'm like, I'm the fuck out of here, bro. It's gonna be a race war at the goddamn beach. I'm gone. I'm fucking gone.
Man, you should have put that on Instagram Live, man. That would have been amazing.
This was pre-Instagram Live. This was this was a few years ago, and I'm tight on that shit. That was the last time I was at the fucking beach. Now I think about it.
That's crazy.
I'm white. I'm allergic to that sun shit. I'll be melting in that shit. Fuck that. All right, so what you got for me today, bro?
Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine are about to premiere their docu-series.
Okay.
It's called The Defiant Ones, and it's premiering on HBO. It's a 4-part docu-series, and it's looking at the working relationship they've had, the incredible artists they've put out over the course of their however many decades career at this point. We have a trailer here if you want to take a listen.
We're talking about Jimmy and Dr. Dre.
Jimmy Iovine is the levitator. Dre is the innovator.
Jimmy is like a virus that enters the system uninvited.
I was really determined to be a success. I was blessed to find hip-hop.
I think Dre is a very unknowable man.
Fear's a powerful thing. It's got a lot of firepower. And that was the beginning of making fear a tailwind instead of a headwind.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that looks ill, man.
Those motherfuckers are responsible for a lot of motherfucking music.
Tell me about it. U2,
They
Dr.
didn't
Dre,
have-
Snoop Dogg. I mean, come
Tom
on.
Petty, Damn the Torpedoes.
Stevie Nicks, Will.i.am, Eminem.
Yeah, bro, like Jimmy Iovine's a motherfucker. I think even the Patti Smith and shit like that. Like the dude he was a little bit of everywhere in the late 70s, early 80s, and then just blew the fuck up.
Yeah, I learned a lot about Jimmy Iovine through when they first started launching the Beats headphones.
Someone just told me that they could not hear that trailer. It didn't go out. You take our word for it. It sounded really good. We're not replaying that shit. Just
Okay.
take our word for it. The trailer was boom, but the boom, ba boom. Dr. Dre's really good. Ba ba da ba da ba da. Jimmy Iovine is really really good. Ba da ba ba boom. Eminem said something. Boom, ba da boom. Dre said something. Bono, boom, ba da boom. That is the trailer.
That's exactly what it was. That's exactly it.
Watch that shit on HBO. These guys are fucking monsters.
Jimmy Iovine has a great quote. He says, "Fear is a powerful motivator." That was the beginning. He was referring to how he was able to get past some of the challenges. Talk about he had to turn fear into a tailwind
Instead of a headwind. You guys should have heard that. That was really
deep.
good in the fucking.
That was deep. I butchered the quote, but it was inspiring. Absolutely. Yeah. And like I think about my favorite story with Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre was they both had these speakers that they listened to new music in. So Jimmy Iovine had a speaker in his office, and that was a speaker that he first heard U2. That was the first speaker that he heard Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg in at the same time. And Dre did the same thing. He had like these speakers that he listened to everything in to make sure that his music came out right, everything was mixed and mastered, it was perfect. And that became kind of the foundation for them to go into headphones. Beats by Dre. And I just think that's an incredible synergy between those two. I mean, these guys have put everybody on the map.
And yo, dude, real talk, like I would watch the like behind the music where Jimmy Iovine would be talking about the dope ass records that he produced. I think it was a Tom Petty documentary, and that motherfucker had them motherfucking beats on every time they was talking to him. Them shits was dangling around his neck. It was like, that dude is a fucking master at business, and he knows how to make a fucking hit record. Like some of my favorite Stevie Nicks songs, he produced that shit. Fucking like not to harp on that Petty shit, but yo, dude, I really like that Petty album.
Yo, I didn't even know that, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was it. That fucking breakdown, all that whole album. I think. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, it's. I still like the Jeff Lynne produced Petty shit. The best, but that Petty album was his breakout album right there. I don't even have it in front of me. All of the stuff that Jimmy Iovine produced, and then you got Dr. Dre.
And then you got Dr. Dre,
responsible for fucking Eminem, like one of the biggest game changers in rap. Like, cats don't understand. It was like Cats was not rapping like M until M came out. M took hints of other people. He was influenced. We're all influenced by other people. Let's not confuse that. But the greats take these influences and they're able to make it their own. They're able to, like, all right, yeah, I like Redman. Yeah, I like flipping like Tretch. Yeah, I'm fucking self-deprecating like funny rappers. And then M took it to the next level.
Right.
And really made it. He was a fucking white dude rapping, not trying to be a brother. He was a white dude rapping and killed cats, really, just murdered cats.
Absolutely. And look, I remember the day I bought Slim Shady LP because that song, My Name was playing all over MTV. And it was, I didn't know what to think of it at first. I just knew it sounded dope. And I was on a family reunion. I was driving to my family reunion with my parents. We stopped at the mall. I picked up this CD, was listening to it in the backseat of the car, and I was like, oh my God, my parents would hate what I'm hearing right now. This is amazing. And then when Marshall Mathers dropped and he extended that with tracks like I Am, Whatever You Say I Am, If I Wasn't, I mean, that whole flow, the energy on that is insane.
That was he wanted that as the single, and then they told him that can't be your first single, and then he came back and made some other shit. What was it? The Real Slim Shady?
Real Slim Shady,
yeah, the Real Slim Shady. But that, yo, and for like, I related to that. I am whatever. You think I'm some hood dude that tries to talk black, you little fuck boys. I see that. I see your little bitch ass comments on YouTube. I'll chill out before I come fuck your girl. Make you raise a fucking mixed baby, bitch. Why's he got a blue eyes and a big nose? Don't worry about it.
That's people's favorite comments about us on YouTube.
What's that?
The black guy sounds white and the white guy sounds black.
I know, right? Whatever, dude. But I really related to that M shit. And the cool thing about M too, like I think in art you have to use whatever you have as a strength, and I think his Caucasianness was a strength. He didn't take him. Look, bro, like, call me a bitch or crack a gay joke on me. I don't give a fuck. I'm fucking white. Like, I got a different set of fucking standards, man. Right. Like, and M, you could see M fucking embodied those things. Like, he was talking about getting beat up all the fucking time. What rapper was claiming that shit?
Right.
Everybody in an era where everybody wants to be the baddest guy around. M was like, yeah, I got punked on.
Yeah.
And a lot. I don't know anybody that hasn't gotten punked on. Even the toughest motherfucker I've seen, like, we all go out like a punk every now and again, dog. Like, sometimes someone's bigger and badder than you, and they fucking get you and they sun you. And I think M was able to really plug into that, and people related to it.
Yeah, everybody related to it. Like, I mean, like when he says stuff like, "Have you ever been hated or discriminated against?" I have. That's the whole planet. Everybody's been hated on and discriminated against. Yeah. Who can't relate to that?
We all feel alienated. Everyone feels alienated. Everybody wants to fucking be understood, and he was able to do that. Also, with Snoop Dogg, this is another Dre prodigy. And if you really look at some of these cats that Dre brought to the fold, they have been able to. These are not, Snoop and M are not one hit wonders. It's damn near 20 years later for M. He's still fucking going, and Snoop is still fucking doing that shit.
You're talking about the biggest stars in music, and arguably in music, definitely in hip hop. Snoop Dogg has a show with Martha Stewart. I don't know anybody who doesn't know 50 Cent. Tupac, Shakur, Ice Cube, Eazy-E,
Dog Pound. Warren G's connected in a roundabout way, like the
Kendrick Lamar,
Cube.
I mean, this
wrote for Dre.
I can't wait to see this documentary. I'm hyper interested in it.
The DOC, one of the best. That was one of the illest fucking West Coast albums ever, and he got in that car accident.
I know, man. That's one of the most tragic stories that I've ever heard in hip hop.
So this is gonna be an awesome, and it's cool. Today's the 17th anniversary of the Marshall Mathers album.
What's your favorite track on that album?
The one where he shouts me out, bro.
Right.
17 years later, I'm as rude as Jude, scheming on the first chick with the hugest boobs.
I got no name. They got no name. Every face looked the same. They got the name.
Dog, do you understand what a big deal that shit was?
Yeah.
Like, I was working as a bathroom attendant at the fucking gay bar, trying to save up money, man, so I could get out of that shitty situation. And like when that shit dropped, I'm like, pfft.
Had you met him at that point?
Yeah, man, I met him through Proof. Like I was doing the Jenny Jones show. That's how bad they were paying me at Jenny Jones, is I had to be a bathroom attendant and be on TV at the same time. It was fucking discouraging as shit.
Pains of progress.
Yeah, whatever, dog. Like when I look at fucking interns, like, do I gotta get coffee? I'm like, bitch, I'd be on TV and then have to go serve motherfuckers like hand soap for $1 maybe, and then they would talk shit about the hand soap if it wasn't good quality enough. I had to get $5 with some shit out of fucking Sweden or something. I don't know, but yeah. So I saw Proof, and M used to watch this shit, and then that line probably meant nothing to him, but it meant the world to me. You know what I mean? Like it meant the fucking world to me, and it was like my man said, it was some win for my sales to get the. I was gone by I think 6 to 7 months after that fucking shit dropped. I was the fuck out of Detroit. I stacked my money. I got the fuck out.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's the first time I remember hearing your name, to be honest.
Yeah, like
Eminem's the reason I know who Rude G is, and then I connected it to Jenny Jones.
So yeah, for those reasons, that's my favorite. That's my favorite song. But like, if we take The Way I Am is like, actually that whole fucking album just goes super dumb hard. I love Criminal. I love The Way I Am. You know, I love I'm Back. I from front to back, that album just goes. It's a classic album.
It's an absolute classic album. I think it's.
What about yours? What's yours?
Kill You. Kill You is my favorite one. I think it's one that there's such like a controlled aggression at the beginning of that. Like it's really some violent, super violent lyrics that sound like a child could listen to them at the same time. Like
and
it throws me off balance every time I hear it. It's amazing.
And the beat comes in.
Yeah. It's like jolly.
Yeah, he really. Here's the problem. It's like we talk about this shit 17 years later after Chance the Rapper has been his style and all these other motherfuckers of like, yo, he was on some real next shit. That was one thing Dre was really good at. He was really good at spotting talent.
Yeah, he did a great job of that. And one thing I love about Dre is like the first song for artists he put out was basically them saying who they are. Like Snoop Dogg's What's My Name, Eminem, his first song.
Smart. It's smart marketing.
The first thing you hear is who this person is.
It's smart marketing, yeah.
Yeah, this to me I think is Eminem's best project. It's not my favorite project from him, but I think top to bottom this one shocked people. And it did a lot of things that people weren't used to hearing.
Well, it's easy to come out with one good record, as we say, but you know, it is that sophomore slump, and then and the greats get past that shit. You look at Outkast, they were able to fucking just Outkast hit you with a 1, 2, 3 punch. Like their first 3 albums was crazy, you know. Fucking, you know, it's not a ton of rappers that are able to just come out the gates with a fucking crazy banger and then follow it up with something with just as much heat or more. It's really hard to do, and M was able to do that shit.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to M. 17 years, man. That's a and this album still holds weight. Like you can listen to it right now, and it still sounds relevant. It doesn't. The stuff he's talking about still hits people today. Let
me fucking run this shit down the line of the people that Jimmy Iovine fucked with. This dude, Tom Petty, Bruce Springsteen, Stevie Nicks, U2, Simple Minds, Dire Straits making movies. I fucking loved. I was actually literally just listening to that shit last night. Born to Run, like this dude. Like some of the, and then you got Lady Gaga and Iggy Azalea, Gwen Stefani into the contemporary people. Like, dude was a monster, man.
Yeah,
it's a monster. Between the two of them, they probably how many millions and millions and millions of records?
Hundreds of millions of records.
That's fucking bananas.
Hundreds of millions of records.
That's fucking crazy.
If someone told me they've sold 1 billion records,
yeah,
I'd believe it.
How many is 1 billion? I'm dumb. Was it 100 million?
It's 100.
Or 100 million?
It's 1,000.
It's 1,000 million?
It's a trillion.
God,
a billion's a trillion.
I need to. I'm gonna have to figure that shit out because I plan on making 1 billion.
If they, I would not be surprised if they sold 1 billion records between them.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be checking out that fucking.
It's coming in July. Look out for that. Again, it's a 4-part docu-series. If you don't watch it, punch yourself in the face. It's going to be amazing.
Well, let's take calls on the Dre and Jimmy Iovine.
Perfect.
And make sure that shit's running right. We got Mike in Detroit. What up, Mike?
Hey, what up, though?
Chilling, bro.
Hey,
what
man.
up?
Hey, I was just listening to the list of people y'all were naming, and it is a great list. But one person y'all didn't name, and I just feel like, you know, he really set the bar for music too, is Nate Dogg, man. Like the hooks, if you ain't had Nate Dogg on the hook, man, you know, it really wasn't a hook.
Great point.
Yeah, we did. We did totally over. Yeah, well, I said Dog Pound, but I didn't fucking highlight Nate Dogg.
You got to put him in his own lane, bro.
I'd love to hear Nate Dogg greatest hooks. EP.
Nate Dogg will have feminists talking about getting fucked and thrown to the curb. You know what I mean? Like that's how fucking catchy his shit is.
But he sound good when he said it though.
I'm not mad at him. I'm just saying that's how. When I met you last night, before you opened up that gap, you know,
when that started, the party get live as hell as soon as that come on every time.
Still.
Man. That's Nate Dogg.
To the fucking fullest, yeah. Let's keep this.
I grew up to that song.
Mel in Jersey. Mel, what up, man?
Opened up your gap.
Yo, what up?
Shit chilling, bro.
Hey, man, I was calling. Eminem said a lot of bad things in the world, but just think about how many people accepted themselves for who they was just because of I am what I said I am, you know? Mm-hmm. And nobody gives them credit for that. It was probably a lot of people that was down on themselves, that was getting bullied and pushed in toilets and all that other shit, that said, you know what, this is who I am, and probably stood by it, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's you know, on a deep level, it is about self-acceptance, and it is kind of like fuck what you. Yeah. I'm whatever the fuck you say I am. That's what the fuck I am, and I'm gonna just keep doing me.
You know, I mean, I think I just got to college when that came out. I needed to hear stuff like that.
That was one of my fired up songs when I was doing Jenny Jones show. I had that. I had Ghostface Killer Wildflower. I had fucking Iggy, the Stooges Be Your Dog, and I Am Whatever You Say I Am. Because that's that shit. You kind of get hype, you get in a mode, and then you go out there and just clown strippers. That was my job.
Because you're a dusty broad.
She was a dusty fucking. What happened to your face for real? All right, let's Raul and Austin. Bro, what up, though?
What's going on?
What's happening, man?
Man, so the year 2000, Marshall Mathers LP came out. I was 9 years old. I was not allowed to listen to hip-hop at all. I ended up saving up some cash and went to Walmart and got the edited version of the Marshall Mathers LP, and that shit changed my life. Like, my whole life after that, I just got completely submerged in hip-hop. And now, I mean, granted, I'm 26, and I still... There's a lot. I get told a lot. There's a lot I need to learn about hip-hop, about, you know, I'm a big fan. You got to know where you came from to know where you're going. So I'm still learning a lot about early on hip-hop before Shady. But, man, that album was just the one that even turned me on to hip-hop in general for me. I mean,
you know what's awesome? You know what's awesome about you know, you get albums like Biggie Ready to Die, Eminem, Marshall Mathers LP, Dr. Dre The Chronic. These were crossover albums that didn't sacrifice quality. Right. Like, these were albums that exposed a lot of cats to rap for the first time, but it wasn't in a bullshit way. Like, these were well put together projects where motherfuckers could spit. The beats were fucking tight. The songs were fucking monsters. Like, and that's kind of what makes them awesome. Pac was the same. Chris in LA. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, what's up, Jude, Justin? How you guys doing?
What up?
We're talking Dre. We're talking Bad Boy. We're talking M. We're talking Jimmy Iovine. What do you want to say?
I mean, just in general, I mean, Dr. Dre is a fucking genius. I mean, Tupac, greatest rapper, not just being from the West Coast, but I mean, California Love. That song is fucking our anthem. I mean, I remember as a kid, I went to Tijuana, Mexico. He had, as soon as that song came on, as soon as you heard that beat, you had white, Hispanic, black, everybody throwing up the W. I mean, it didn't matter what race. I mean, that song put us on the map.
That was
there's other songs. There's other songs out there. Like, I know, you know, Ludacris. I mean, Puffy did who was it? Welcome to Atlanta. I mean, you know, there's you know, I mean, just in general. I mean, Dr. Dre and Pac. I mean, those are two West Coast giants, and when they came together, I mean, that shit was on.
Yeah, it was just.
Pac's got. There it is.
There it is. Yeah, see,
there
that's what's up right there.
That's a Joe Cocker sample right there.
Let them know, Jude.
Let
them know.
Learn about it. And then EPMD used it even before that with Knick Knack Paddywhack.
Word
but
up.
This was the one. And the video was so crazy, man.
Crazy.
It was Pac just got out of jail. And they're doing like they're doing the goddamn Mad Max, right?
Mad Max.
It was bananas.
That video still holds up to date.
Yeah.
They just remade Mad Max.
Yeah, it basically looked like the California Love video.
Right? Pac's got the California anthem and the LA anthem. I love
To Live and Die in LA.
To Live and Die in LA, man.
And the crazy shit is Pac's born on the East Coast.
Right.
But, you know, he did come to the West and fuck with West Coast artists. We were talking about a couple weeks ago. We were talking about Rick Ross, or not Rick Ross. What was my man named? DJ Khaled not being from Miami and
right. And people giving him credit for running Miami.
And Pac was not really, he wasn't born on the West Coast. He spent a lot of time in New York, but when he touched down, he fucked with everybody. Boy. Like, he fucked with the West Coast. He fucked with them tough. And like cats like that, like Sebo, like deep.
Like
deep.
Richmond.
Yeah, that's why California fucks with Pac the
Master
way they
P.
do. Yeah.
Bay Area Master P.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah.
Oakland and Sacktown, the Bay Area and back down.
Go listen to Dusted and Disgusted. That's why people fuck with that dude.
Yeah.
Super tough. Super fucking tough. 888-742-3345.
It's one of the greatest songs ever.
Justin Hunt, bro. Thanks for coming by. Where can they find all your stuff?
Follow me on all socials at The Company Man.